Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to round 3 of the FVA 2024 B Championship. We've got Cirque de Calamar, the French Grand Prix. Let's take you quickly through a track walk. And once more, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round 3 of the French Grand Prix of the 2024 FVA Championship 2024B. Showing you all the teams here. Started a little late on our stream today, but we do have a team meeting going on at the moment, or a drivers meeting, I should say. Luke has all the drivers in the starting line, getting ready to start. Once more, welcome. My name is Kira Strepa. Welcome to the stream. Let's take you down. Well, the drivers are waiting for instructions from Luke. Luke says he'd like to begin by asking us all to welcome our newest GP1 racer as a backup. I believe Emmy is unable to race today. I got word earlier today, so Shermu is backing her up, and he is the current GP2 points leader as well. So it should be interesting. Welcome to his GP1 debut. Hopefully he can score points for us today. And good luck. Best of luck to you. This is a very fun track. As you saw on the track walk, we've got 11 corners. Quite a lot of long sweeping U-turns, hairpins. It's got a very, very long straight. These cars don't really have slipstream, but if you get a good drive, you get a good drive right before the straight, you can make up a place there. It's a very nice track. It's one of my favorites, actually. So let's see how it goes. Give you a little track preview through the cameras. We got the start-finish line coming into turn 1 and turn 2 combined. It used to be a hairpin before. It is no longer a hairpin. It's just a straight line now. Turn into turn 3. Then moving into turn 4, another sweeping left-hander. This is the one where I tell you if you get a good drive, you get a good drive for the straight. Turn 6, turn 7. And then we're going to turn 8 is another long sweeping. 8 and 9. 8 and 9, or this is 9 and 10, I believe. It's the entrance to the pits. This has caused problems before. We have seen drivers get pushed into the pit entry. So hopefully this problem doesn't happen today. I do see that Luke put some cones out, and someone does get pushed into the pit entry. They have the option to slide back out just in case. We got the final sweeping right-hander before the start-finish. It's a very, very, very fun track. Let's go back to the drivers' meeting, see what they are up to. Luke says, all right, a few things I need to make note of before we begin the race. Let's give you a little ambience music while we're chilling. Once more, unfortunately, Kathleen is not able to join us today. She did not respond. I imagine she's still asleep, but that's alright. I can solo this for today. I did solo the calamari last time. Or calamar, sorry. So Luke says, the pit exit is a big tie when it comes to the exiting line and the racing line. You'll have to notice, you'll have noticed that on the racing line of the wall, there's a flashing yellow light. When you see that, the flashing yellow light, be sure to yield to the drivers that are exiting the pit lane. I believe it's the other way around. The drivers exiting the pit lane need to yield to those already on the track. But at least we have a flashing light to warn us of what's going on. Just getting some final things sorted before we start qualifying. As usual, qualifying should... Actually, also, I have not had to remind people about this since Season 2, says Luke. But I have seen it happening again leading up to this weekend. Do not swerve back and forth to try and boost your speed. The difference is negligible and the swerving is dangerous if others happen to be nearby. Just to give you guys like a little catch up on this, in Season 2 this was a very big thing. Especially done by Nicole Dallas. I'm not gonna point fingers here, I'm just saying, but yes. In Season 2, if you swerve the cars left and right on the straight, you actually gain a few kilometers per hour and could actually do a better, faster time. I believe Luke fixed that a long time ago, but it seems people are starting to do it again. You know who you are, you know it's wrong, don't do it. That's all for now. Any questions before we proceed, says Luke. I believe we do have a grid of 15 or 16 drivers. That is a full grid. This is awesome. So as usual, qualifying is going to be a 3-session set. Qualifying 1 is going to be everybody together. Top 10 advance to qualifying 2. We've got 10 minutes for qualifying 1. Another 10 minutes for qualifying 2. The top 5 drivers advance to qualifying 3 to dictate that top 5. And the last qualifying session, I believe, is 5 minutes. 5 minutes for qualifying 3. To get your pole position and get ready to race. Service your cars. Let's get ready for some qualifying. So once again, this is a very, very fun track. The race today is going to be 53 laps, so it is going to come into... There's going to be some nice pit strategies that we're going to see around us. It's a 53 lap race, 11 corners. The lap record for this track from last year was Nicole Dallas. No, I don't believe it was. I'm not sure if it was last year or 2 years ago, but yes, Nicole Dallas pulled a 35.512 on race pace, and last year's winner, of course, was Little Bear. Very famous battle with Callie Chiori. Let's hope that Callie can bring her game today and give him a battle, because we do have Little Bear competing today. He missed the race last week due to complications, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, but he's here, he's ready to go, we're ready to race. It's time for qualifying 1. I see a gray car. Whose car is that? Okay, there we go, it's loaded. Textures aren't working with me today. What the hell? Just second life being second life, apologies. Nothing I can do about that, it's pain. I am going to turn on my nameplate so I can see who's who. Oh, it's Max Verstappen's car that's not loading properly. Ooh. over, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. My name's Kira Restrepo. We're doing round 3 of the 2024 FVA World Championship. We're in the Circuit de Calamar French Grand Prix. This should be very fun. You can see in the top right corner here. Luke is just going over the field to make sure they're all in compliance because we did have an incident last race. It turns out Mr. Max Verstappen, Mr. Empanada, he was racing with a car on practice mode, and I believe in practice mode, I'm not sure what it is that I think you don't have to you don't use scripts in practice mode. It doesn't have a script limiter, and of course for this whole category it's a very strict zero script policy. And if you're not following that, of course, you could be cheating with a speed boost or something. Obviously, we know Mr. Max Verstappen doesn't do that, but he was still disqualified from the race because he was racing a practice car, or in practice mode. Right, 30 seconds for qualifying 1. Let's get this show on the road. Welcome to the stream, those who are just joining. We're about to start qualifying 1 to 3. Top 10 drivers advance. Belky's on practice mode. That's where you can determine when someone is on practice mode because you see like a yellow outline in the car. When that is removed, but of course the scripts are restricted, so we want to avoid having practice mode on. Drivers are taken to the track. We got a gray Mr. Max Verstappen car. At least we're gonna know who he is. Textures are not working for me today. Sorry, guys. Just gonna have to deal with a gray car from time to time. Let's see what Mr. Verstappen can pull for us, starting his first time lap. He's got a little bit of ride on his heels. Hope he doesn't hinder his lap time. These first lap times that we see aren't really significant. It's just people on their out laps. So right now is when we're gonna start seeing these fast lap times coming in. Max coming through the last corner, or last set of corners, I should say. Let's see if he can pull something nice for us. He might have hit that off track. I'm not sure. Let's see what Max can do. Max comes through with a 34.78. Already we know that the qualifying pace, at least, is much faster than last year. Again, last year's fast time during the race was a 35.512. So this season's cars are definitely a lot faster. As people start coming through the start-finish line, we got Valky P1, 34.46. Azrea moving P2, 34.49. Max, 34.78. Evelyn, 34.8. And Umbreon with a 34.8 as well. 8.1 and 8.5. What does Mr. Lobo has to tell us? Vamos en la pista. So as more drivers come across the line, what do we have? We still have Valky, Astrea, Little Bear moves up to P3, Checo moves up to P4, Max P5, Evelyn, Umbreon, Sparta holds out P8, Callie P9, and Taylor holds out the top 10, just replaced by Marcus West with 35.1. So current cutout time is actually still faster than last year's race pace of 35.351. Let's see what these drivers can do. There's definitely a lot faster times in there. I want to see Callie up front. Callie was fighting for the lead last year in this race. Should be very fun. Alright, so we have here Jack. Astrea, who's actually P2, starting a fast lap right now. Let's follow her through, see what she can do. Oh, she's on save mode. Never mind. Got some more drivers coming out on track, coming out of the pits. Checo with a 35 is flat. Is he going to go for another fast lap? There's a lot of traffic here. I don't believe he is. Everybody's on save mode at the moment. trying to get out their laps. Evelyn moves up to P6, 34.813. Let's see what we can do here. Astrea now looks like she's starting a hot lap. No, she's not. She's on safe mode. Sparta looks to be starting a hot lap. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, he's on push. Let's follow him through a lap. Sparta's currently holding out P8 with a 35 flat. Let's see if he can improve. It's a very fast section of the track, basically full throttle since from the left-hander all the way to the turn right before the pits. Just now they let off the throttle, get tucked into that left-hander. Make sure you don't touch the pit entry. Take a nice sweep to the right, and let's see if Sparta can improve. The answer is no, he cannot. 35.7 holds out to P8 with 35 flat. Evelyn, Kali, Candy moves up to P10 now, pushing Marcus out of the transfer spot. Candy with a 35.268. All the times are faster than last year's, at least in race pace. We'll see how race pace is this year, but cars definitely seem much faster than last year, much more optimized. Teams have worked on their aero and everything, so it should be fun. Aero, the engine is a lot more efficient. Let's see what these drivers can pull. Looks like Evelyn holds on to P6 still. I want to watch Kali. Kali seems to be parking up. Seems to be, seems like that's enough for her today. P9 with 35.1. Unless she's waiting it out for the end. Balki is still holding on to P1. Let's follow her through a lap now. Let's see what she can do for us. She's in party mode. She's pushing. Balki wants to extend that lead. Show us what she's capable of. Show us that she's here to win. Balki, our defending champion from the 2024 A season. She's right there in the points. Not like she was last year, but she's definitely in the fight for it still. Balki with a 33.9, improving that time, but not fast enough. Astrea moves up to P1 as well with a 33.918. Valky 33.944, only 200ths of a second, no, 2,000ths of a second back. JC still in P3, 33.9, about 7,000ths of a second back. This is a very tight top 5 or top 4. Evelyn, 9,000ths of a second back with a 34.554. This should be a very fun race. I want to see Kali move up. Kali now moves up 2. Disregard, Kali stays P5. Follow her through this lap. I don't know where Kali is. I lost her. Gonna wait for her here. There she comes. Kali's in party mode. Does she improve? The answer is yes, she does. Moves up to P7, 34.661. Is she gonna go for another hot lap, or is she cooling down? She's cooling down. Very nice. Start finish. We have Jack, still 13. Here comes, I think this is Mr. Checo. Not quite there with the speed yet. He's in P6 with a 34.637. Evelyn moves up to P4 from P6 with a 34.554. Looks like Astrea does have this top spot locked out, at least for qualifying 1. Cutoff time for us is Marcus with a 35.048. Someone's engine is overheated. That's Jack Taylor. Remember, if your engine does break during qualifying, you're going to the back of the field. If your engine breaks during the race, you're out. Let's follow Miss Candy for a lap here. I think she just did a quick fast lap. She's going to be cooling down her engine. Yeah, she's in safe mode. Minute 30 left in this qualifying. Valky displaced by Estrella. Candy moves up to P4, moves Evelyn to P5. Candy 34.385. Very nice time. Max Verstappen now holds out the top 10, barely with a 34.788. He needs to step up his game, get this lap up. Otherwise, he's at risk of getting knocked out. Top 10 as it stands, with 1 minute to go. Estrella, Valky, Fat Ferber, Candy, Evelyn, Sparta, Chico, Cali, Umbreon, Max Verstappen, holding out that top 10 and the qualifiers. Q2. Marcus Taylor, Jack, Monado, and Jack Taylor all on the verge of elimination. Got a Husaria car coming up right now to the start finish. That would be Sparta. Moves up to P5 now with a 34.512. Very nice. Very nicely done. Sparta was already in the qualifying spot, but he moves further up. Shows us that he can go faster. And so does Max Verstappen with a 34.519, moving to P6. That leaves Umbreon. That's her Mr. He's a man replacing Emmy today. Emmy unfortunately unable to race, but we got a backup driver. That's what they're for, and he's doing well with GP2, and he's so far up to now, the qualifying ending, moving on to Q2 with a 34.752. Very nicely done. Unless these back drivers can pull a very fast lap out of nowhere, I believe we have our top 10 locked in qualifying 2. Let's see as this final car comes through. Does not improve. Alright. Unofficial results. Astrea, Valky, JC, Evelyn, Candy, Sparta, Max, Checo, Kali, and Umbreon all move over to qualifying 2. Keep forgetting what Umbreon's name is. I think it's Shermu, something like that. Once more, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome to the round 3 of the GP1 Grand Prix. Triple alone for today. We're in Circuit de Calamar, French Grand Prix. It is a very fun track, it's a very fast track, and we'll see how it goes. We're currently getting our results for qualifying 2. Official results rolling in. Eliminated after Q1. Jose Antonio, Jack Taylor with 100. Ooh, Jose Antonio with a 107%. Jack Taylor eliminated. Pet Vanatrack eliminated. Jack Carter, Taylor Arello, and Marcus West. I'm sorry, Jose Antonio. Lobo's here. Qualifying 2, starting in 30 seconds. Once more, top 10 drivers now for qualifying 2. The top 5 advance to qualifying 3. This is, of course, to determine the starting position for the actual race. That comes later on. Welcome to the stream. Those who are just joining in. We're about to start qualifying 2. Valky!
Cállate la boca, perro. Mentira, te quiero.
I might have to turn voice off because, well, people don't stop talking, you know. Alright, 30 seconds, qualifying 2. Let's get going. Qualifying 2 is on their way. Once more, we have Max and JC starting pretty much side by side. JC getting that nice little slipstream from Max. There really is no slipstream here, but we're just gonna RP that there is. He's getting that toe. Following the line, seeing what the fast line works, what fast line does not. We're about to start. First hot lap. Max Verstappen. It's actually Checo Perez. It's not JC. We're going to follow Max through this first lap, see how he can do. So far, Checo seems to have a tight line to that corner. They're just about even as we go. It really bothers me that Max's car is fucking grayed out, but just second life being dumb. Sorry guys. Oops. So first significant time of the night, Max comes through with a 34.433, followed by Checo with a 35.213. Next we got Candy, moves at P3, quickly displaced by Evelyn and Valky. Valky pulling in a P1, 34.189. Still not the fastest. We saw 33.9, I believe, was the fastest on Q1. Of course, all you need is the top 5 here to get to Q2. As it stands, Valky, Max, Evelyn, Sparta, and Checo moving on to Q3. Of course, it's just our very first lap. We still have 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time to get a faster lap time. Coming through again, Checo still holds on to P5. Candy now moves on to P1 with a 34.170. Very nice lap time. Barely ahead of Valky. Kelly, not quite there yet. Still holds on to P6. Let's follow this car coming through right now. I believe this is JC. It is. I was so wrong. It's Astrea. Astrea not quite there in the P9 right now. JC passing through right now. Is JC going to be in a push lap? JC is definitely in a push lap. He's currently out of qualifying with P8, 36.6. I might have to turn off voice because these people don't shut up. Oops. JC coming through. Let's see what he can pull for us. He's been a very nice lap, actually. JC pushing to the end. He's going to move himself up to P1 with a 34 flat. Followed closely by Checo, who just manages P4 still. So JC, provisional pole, but is not quite there. It's just enough for Q3, sorry. 34.0 Candy, 34.17 Valky, 34.18. Checo 34.35, Max 34.43, holding out that top 5. Everyone else below them is out of qualifying, unfortunately. Max comes through, still holds on to P5, not quite there. Is he going to go on a hot lap as we speak? The answer is yes, he is. He's pushing. Let's see if he can get back up there. After this, we're going to follow Kelly for her hot lap, see if she can improve on that P8. Last year she was fighting for the win here, so she definitely wants to start further ahead. Max coming through the last corner. Can he pull a faster lap time? The answer is no, he cannot. 34.68, not faster than his already set 34.433, which he set in the first lap, actually. So now let's wait for Kelly to show up, if she will. Is it JT? I thought it was top 5. It's been top 5 for a while, isn't it? It's top 10 and then top 5. It's always been like that. Astrea moves up to P1 with a 33.966, most definitely in contention for the win again. Astrea has been very fast the last few times. We got Kali coming out of the pits right now. Let's follow her through, see if she can get herself qualified into Q3. At the moment, she is way out in P9. 34.695, her best lap time, 7/10 off the pace. What can Kali bring for us? Let's see. Coming through pit entry. Last corner. Time to get this started. Let's follow Kali in through a hot lap. Moving into turn 1, she needs to keep close to that hairpin, keep to the left, full throttle now. A little bit of a slowdown going to the right. Gonna keep that tight, get a little speed going. Another long sweeping left-hand turn, get the perfect exit, go full throttle now. Gonna go full throttle through this whole straight. Make sure you don't let off the gas even a little bit. Party mode activated, going as fast as possible. Slow down for this sweeping left-hander. Don't hit the pit entry cones. Moving in the final right-hand corner, get a good exit straight out into the finish line, and Kelly does not quite get there yet. 34.407, definitely an improvement, but she is not in qualifying 3. So far, Astrea, JC, Valky, and Checo hold on to that top 5. Kelly P6, Max P7, Evelyn P8, just moves up to P6, but still not quite there for qualifying. Max falls down to P8, Sparta P9, and Shermu P10. We got Kali. Is Kali starting another hot lap? It looks like she is saving. Let me see. Yeah, she's saving. She's not. Three minutes left to go in this session. Astrea still holding on to that P1 very, very well. JCP2, Kevin D, Valky, and Checo. Can anyone else improve? Let's follow Sparta now as he comes through. Not there, but he's starting his time lap now. Now he's saving. Candy. Still holding on to P3. Is Candy starting a push lap? Yes, she is. She's in party mode. Candy wants that pole. Looks like she might have hit the slowdown inside there. I'm not quite sure. We'll see how her time lap is affected. Pretty much able to hold down about 3/4 of the lap in party mode, so that is very nice. Oh, she hits the wall on exit. The final corner, not enough. Still hold on to P3 though with 34.17. Not bad at all. Checo still on to that final qualifying spot, 34.357. That's the time to beat for Evelyn, Kali, Max, Sparta, and Sherman. Sparta overheating his engine. He has blown his engine before, so he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to do that in qualifying. It's going to send him the way back of the field. The drivers are in the pits, a minute 20 to go. Callie coming out of the pits once more. She wants to get into that top 5. Where is Evelyn? Still not quite there. Follow Evelyn through a lap. Candy. Evelyn coming through 39.0, starting a push lap as we go. Party mode activated. We got slow car in front of her. Hopefully they get out of the way, not limit her qualifying. They do indeed. Let's see if Evelyn can improve, get into that top 5. Now the car leads into the pits, gives her free track. Final corner, very nice exit. Can Evelyn improve? Can Evelyn move up to P5? The answer is yes! 34.078. Moves Candy down to P4, Valky to P5. Now Valky's on the verge of elimination. Checo out of it with a 34.357, just not quite fast enough to get into Q3. Qualifying's over. Their times might have been locked in. Kali improves to P6, but not quite there, unfortunately. 34.253, she is eliminating P2. More cars coming through. Sherman does not improve, holds on to that P10. So as it stands, unofficial results: Astrea P1, JCP2, Evelyn P3, Candy P4, and Valky P5. Top 5 moving on to qualifying 3, eliminated Kali, Checo, Max, Sparta, and Sherman. Stand by as the results are logged, says Luke. Sitting alone today in the booth. We don't have JC, we don't have Catherine joining us today, but that's alright. Ouch, a problem. Official results: eliminated after Q2, Sheramu, Pasta, Nicole, Edu, Salve, and Kali. Everybody out. What is it? Chiquito Paris. When you see JT, it is top 5 qualifying. Top 5! Qualifying 3, starting soon. Welcome guys to the stream. We're about to start Q3, and I'll be ready for the race. $30 seconds. Qualifying 3. JC doing all kinds of stunts. Qualify 3's on their way. We've got 5 minutes to get this top 5 drivers locked in. Everybody going for that pole position, of course. Drivers giving each other space. There's only 5 cars on the track. There's plenty of space to have a clear track. Let's watch Candy on her first flying lap. Let's see what she can pull for us. And a little wide in that corner, but I believe she has saved it up quite alright. Let's see what she can do. She goes off track. No, she goes way off track. It's gonna let Valky move by. She should. Yes, she does. Candy having to abort that hot lap because she went off track twice, I believe, but Valky's still on a good push lap. Let's see what kind of marker she can put for us. Is Valky going to be our pole sitter? We're about to see her engines overheating. Valky 33.7. Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is the fastest lap time we've seen so far. 33.7. She might have taken pole right there and there. Overheating her engine, making sure she's got the fastest lap time that nobody's going to beat. Wow. Another push lap for... Wait, who? Oh. No, what? Oh, yeah, Evelyn. Push lap for Evelyn. Let's see what she can do for us. Come to the final corner. Evelyn moves up to P2, 34.551. That 33.7 is going to be a tough time to beat. So far, I believe 33.9 is the fastest we've seen from Miss Estrella herself. 34.2, just P2. Overheating her engine too. Seems like everybody's trying to push their car to the limit today to get that pole position, which is going to be difficult. It's going to be hard to steal that 33.7 from Valky. That is an insane time. That's a loop level time. JT deleted the message. It's fine, man. It's fine. 2 minutes 20 seconds to go as it stands. Valky holds on to that pole position. 33.7. Estrella 34.2 P2. Evelyn 35.5. Candy coming through. Does not improve. 35.976. Well, improves the time. Does not improve position. And JC coming through as well. Moves on to P4. Displaces Candy. 35.539. Not the time they want. They want to be fighting for that pole position. Gonna follow Estrella through her hot lap. She's saving. Never mind. Callie. Callie's telling us that the FVA implemented a top 5 rule to exclude her from qualifying 3. It's unfortunate, Callie, but you're still in it for the win. You were fighting JC last year for the win. I believe in you. I believe in you. JC moves on to P2, 33.84, only 7 thousandths of a second behind Valky, but that is going to be a very, very, very tough power unit blown? Little Bear no, he didn't. Did Little Bear blow his engine? No. Oh no. Getting word here unofficially. JC blew his engine and deleted the car after getting a 33.8. We're not sure how the FVA is going to handle that. I'll leave that out to Luke. If he's going to be moved to the back or if he's going to be allowed to keep his P2 with a 33.8, because he is a very fast lap time. Shit. We'll see what happens. As it stands, though, with 30 seconds to go, Valky holds on to P1, 33.8. As JC 33.7, JC 33.8 P2, Estrella 34.2. Can she improve? Candy P4 with a 34.3, and Evelyn P5, 34.551. Evelyn starting a hot lap right now, her final hot lap. Can she improve? That's the first challenge. Well, here's how we'll see what the FVA decides to do with JC. It's gonna be a tough break for him if he moves it from P2 down to P to last. Evelyn improves P3. We have our top 5 results now. Valky, JC, Evelyn, Estrella, and Candy. Unofficial, of course. Candy comes through. Does not improve. P5. Now we do have a bit of a controversy. It turns out, or it seems like JC might have blown his engine when he came across the finish line after setting his time. He did set a 33.8, but according to FVA regulations, if you do blow your engine during qualifying, you're going to the back of the field. So we'll see what Luke decides to do. We'll see what the stewards decide on. Unofficially, though, Valky takes that pole, 33.777, a ridiculously fast lap time. JC close behind at 33.84, Evelyn 34.109 V3, Azrea 34.2, Candy 34.397. Got your top 5 unofficial results, of course. Oof. So I have received word from the FVA. Unfortunately for JC, he is going to the back of the field. He blew up his engine. I was expecting it. We were expecting it. It is in the FVA regulations, so that means Evelyn moves up to P2 in the front row. Azrea moves up to P3. Candy P5, and Kelly, guess what? You're moving up to P5 because JC's going down the back. Congratulations to Valky for securing pole position 2024B Grand Prix de France, Circuit du Calamar. 10-minute practice session now. Gonna leave you guys with a little bit of music. I will be right back, taking a small break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And while we're in this little break, I want to give you guys another nice little track walk of this fine, beautiful circuit we have with us today. Circuit de Calamar. So coming up with start-finish straight, I'm not an expert entirely. I have not raced this track recently. But we're coming in the first corner, a bit of a tricky corner because we got the pit exit as well here. Let me turn this volume down just a little bit. It's a bit of a tricky corner, as I was saying, because you'd have the pit exit right here. So as the drivers come through to turn 1, they have to be very mindful of those coming out of the pits. Coming through turn 1 and 2 and 3, pretty fast sweeping right-hander. Not much braking involved. Need to let off the throttle a little bit, stay into those apexes. Coming in the next corner, this is a very important corner, crucial corner to get right. Coming over to the outside, as you can see here. Get a very nice clean line on the inside because you're going full throttle for the next few corners. These next set of corners we're going full throttle, not letting off. As you'll see the cars blaze by the camera. They're going fast, they're throwing sparks. They're going full throttle still, up onto the corner right before the pit entry. Got our braking markers on the right. Get this car slowed down, turn in, keep it tight on the inside. Don't want to go too wide and hit the wall. Miss the pit exit. Come back in over to the final sweeping right-hander. You got to be careful. You got to take it as tightly as possible, but this wall is very dangerous, and I have hit it in the past myself as a driver. So miss that wall, come over here to the final corner, and that's a lap in Circuit de Calamar. Very beautiful circuit, very, very beautiful track. Very fast, very flowy, and amazing to race and watch. Minutes left on this free practice session before our actual race begins. JC. It does look like the average race pace is going to be much faster than last year. As a reminder, last year's fastest lap time was 35.512, done by Nicole Dallas. Obviously, those laps that people are doing right now are much, much faster in the 34s, low 34s, so should be a very interesting race to watch. Callie tells us, you have guests at my desk, do I? Let's have a look. Hello! Well, hello Callie and JC, how you doing? We got guests on our desk today. We got JC with us. Usually last season he was a commentator with us. This season he is a full-on racer. But it is nice to see JC here with us again. Hallie, of course, still trying to convince her to join me on the stream. She refuses. I don't think she ever will. I don't believe her. But we'll see. JC says the way he's doing, he might end up in the booth anyways. I mean, unfortunate for JC, he blew up his engine. So as you know, a blown engine means you're starting from the back of the field, which is unfortunate. But JC is a very capable driver. JC is definitely capable of moving back up to the front. I don't know if he's capable of going last to first challenge. We don't know. He might as well be. Last year he was fighting in this track hard with Kelly for that win, so it should be very, very fun. 1025B season commentating. See it to believe it, Kelly. And actually, Cully is right in the comments on YouTube. The last and first challenge number 2. I believe this is the second time JC blows their engine during qualifying. It's the second time he's gonna have to start from the back. It's gonna be his new norm. I flip my cars over. JC starts from the back because of blowing his engine. It's the law now. 50 seconds left in this free practice before our proper race begins. We're gonna have a little team meeting for the race, and then we'll get to it. Come on. I need to get rid of that. Sorry. I don't care about the notices. Curva! Be right back for a second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. We are back. We are in a pre-drivers meeting, pre-race meeting, I mean. Let's see what Luke has to tell his drivers today. Welcome to the stream, guys. We are getting geared up to start the race. Just in a pre-race meeting with the drivers. Should be a quick one. I don't think there's much to say. I haven't seen much go wrong other than JC blowing up his engine. Shout out to JC for coming to the booth. I miss you, man. I miss you in the booth. My laugh is a gesture. So Luke says, a reminder once more about the pit exit for this round, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on the racing line and approaching the pit exit, watch for the yellow lights and be prepared to yield to exiting traffic if you see flashing yellow lights. Okay, that's a bit of a strange rule. So apparently the people on the track are meant to yield to those leaving the pits, which is a little odd. But the way the pit exit works on this track, that seems to be the way the FVA is handling it. Then he says, if you are exiting the pit lane, please continue to yield to oncoming traffic, even when the solid yellow line becomes dashed. Do not just cut strongly across toward the apex. That makes a little more sense. And just to give you guys a perspective of what Luke is talking about, so the exit line here, the pit exit, as you come through the exit, if you notice, it quickly merges onto the proper racing line. Drivers are coming through pretty much at full pace. They go as wide as possible here to get a very nice entry into the apex. But if you're coming out of the pits, Luke says or suggests you stick to the outside line here, forgetting the dashed line, so you can following the dashed line, so you can yield to oncoming traffic. Of course, if there is no oncoming traffic, once you get past this little cone, this marker here, it's all free reign. As he says, you can cross over it, the dash line, but do so safely. If there's an oncoming traffic, follow the dash line around until the traffic gets by safely. We're getting ready to gear up and race. So official starting grid, we got Valky P1. Let me move this up a little bit so we can see. Official starting grid, Valky P1, Evelyn P2, Estrella P3, Candy P4, Kelly P5, Marco or Sal P6, Nicole P7, Pasta P8, Shermu P9, Marcus West P10, Taylor Orello moving to P11, Jack Carter P12, Pep P13, Jack Taylor P14, and at the very back, because he blew his engine, our very own Little Bear JC Jesus Crisp. So let's hope Mr. Jesus can do a better job. Last and first challenge, here we go. Should be a very, very entertaining race to watch. This track just flows so nicely, it's great for battles. We saw it last year with Callie and JC. It's going to be a little different, Callie starting in P5, JC starting in P15. But I have a feeling we're going to see them back together on track. 53 lap race. Lots of strategy coming into play here. We'll see how the pit strategy works out. I can't quite remember the pit strategy here for last year. I believe it was like medium, hard, medium, a two-stopper. However, the cars work differently. The tire wear is different. Depends if you're on push, if you're on save, if you're on normal race, the tire wear varies. So definitely a lot more pit strategy and tire saving strategy than there was last year. We'll see how it goes. Another quick thing to note, a quick fix that Luke implemented into the cars from last race. The hitboxes were kind of wonky, the character hitboxes. If your character was very tall, the car would be kind of lifted up, and if the car is lifted up, you get a little bit of an extra speed. But that is solved now. All the cars are level, all the cars are even, and it's time to go racing. JC in place. Looks like our formation lap is starting very soon. Once again, guys, welcome to the stream. We're about to see the formation lap for the 2024 Grand Prix de France in Circuit de Calamar. Formation lap is starting. I don't know what's wrong with SL's textures today, but a lot of the cars show up gray for a moment. Nothing I can do about that, guys, sorry. SL's just being weird. Watch this little formation lap go. Have all our cars in line. All of these cars look so great. Like our pace car slowing down a little bit to let the field catch up, bunching them up, just so their tires don't go cold. They don't have to sit and wait in the start for too long before the race gets going. Drivers weaving left and right, getting those tires up to temperature and ready to go. I've seen a little bit of everything. I've seen some people on mediums. I'm seeing, I believe, a couple on hards. Yeah, Kelly's starting on hards, behind her on hards, a few more cars on hards. Seems like all the cars in the back are starting on hards, all the cars in the front are starting on mediums. We see a medium in the back here as well, hards, Taylor on hards, Jack on hards, medium here for the second to last on Pep, And JC is actually starting on softs. Interesting strategy. He's gonna try and make up as many places as quickly as possible. However, he's gonna run out of tires much quicker than these guys and gonna have to do it all over again. But he's gonna get this first stint. Hopefully we can see JC make it work. Get those softs up to speed very quickly and get past these slower cars, because JC was contending for the win, contending for pole. Fortunately blew his engine, but he's much faster than these guys back here. Let's see how it goes. Last car coming in the grid. Looks like we're ready to go, ready to start. This 2024B, round 3, Circuit de Calamar, French Grand Prix. I hope you enjoy it. Once more, it's Kira Strepo commenting for the FVA. Let's get this race started. Luke doing the final check. Green flag is waving in the back. We're ready to race. Trim is a little too far back. Pull forward a little bit. Make sure you're not touching that start gate though, because you will have a little jump start. Another person's a little too far forward, asking them to move back. Once more, just getting the final preparations, making sure nobody does an accidental jump start. And be ready to go. Shout out to JC, we see him at the bottom right corner here. He's starting P15. JC's doing our last and first challenge today. He's going to win driver of the day and he's going to win the race. I'm calling it. Alright, we're good to go. 30 seconds, 53 lap race, 2024B Grand Prix de France, the Circuit de Calamar. We are ready to race. We'll be throwing a little spice saying, Valky, why are your hands shaking? No beers coming for Valky. We are ready to race. Let's go, Eli. Got 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. We're ready to race. 2024B Grand Prix de France started. Everybody getting a good jump at the start. Valky's still in P1. Holds on to that P1. Everybody seems to have a good, clean start. Let's see how it goes. Valky pulling the lead already. Oh, we got some drivers off the track. That's good for Little Bear. That's what he wants to see. Kelly, drive-through penalty apparently. Jump start. I missed that completely. There's a big bunch up in the back. Is that going to allow JC to move past? Already, we got carnage in the back. Already, we got JC making moves. Valky way up front. Oh, this sounds so beautiful. A car, Kelly's coming into the pits already to serve that drive-through penalty. Valky holding on to P1. Evelyn now moves up to P2. Wonderful pass. Astrea, P3. Candy, P4. Max, Sparta, Umbrian. Sherman making moves. JC already up to P8 after lap 1. Taylor, Monado, Blackjack, Simplejack, Check Marcus, and Kelly comes out in dead last after that drive-through penalty. Kelly's got some work to do if she wants to win the race today. Gonna see her way back there. Oops. Coming back up to the front, Valky with a nice comfortable lead, Evelyn behind her. We've got Astrea being challenged by Candy for that P3. Already on her ass, and this is definitely a battle. Off top, or it looks like Astrea goes off track. That lets Candy go onto the side. She's got the inside, she's got the move made, but Astrea is not done. Side by side, now coming in the back straight. Looks like they're gonna stay side by side. Not quite Astrea, just barely inches by Candy. Holds on to that P3, but for how long? Candy is right there with her. Candy is hungry. Candy is willing to win this race. Candy's not gonna let the leaders run away with it. She needs to get by Astrea as quickly as possible to catch up to Valky. Gonna leave the camera here, see how else we're going in the back. Sparta's in P6. A little bit behind, we got Monado, JC challenging JC past Monado, smacking side by side. Oh, or is that JC in front of them? I'm not sure. We got more contact in the back. I believe that is JC. JC pass moves him up to P7 now on the hunt for Sparta, who's only a couple seconds ahead. Definitely achievable. Yep. That's JC up to P7 already in 4 laps. JC is on a roll. Kali now behind him moves up to P14 past Marcus. Kali's still got a long way to go from that drive-through penalty. Unfortunate. Coming back up to our leaders, we got Valky in P1. We got Evelyn holding on to that P2 with Estrella hot on her heels. Looks like Candy has backed off a little bit or lost a little bit of pace, or she might have gone off track. But Candy holds on to the P4. Behind her is Max P5. Then we got Sparta. We got JC honing in on Sparta. We got Monado. We got Checo now moving up to P8. Monado behind him. Taylor behind him. Umbreon Shermu racing in for Emmy today is on P11 at the moment. Definitely making moves to get up there. Oops. Valky with a comfortable lead up front now with a 1.2 seconds, slowly pulling away from Evelyn, who's got company. Evelyn's got Estrella on her heels now, and Estrella is definitely looking to make that move and not let Valky get too far away. Still about a second between Valky and P2. There's a race. We got a race on our hands. Evelyn continues to fight with Estrella, who's hot on her heels, going for the long straight. Can Estrella get that slipstream? Can Estrella get by? Evelyn does not defend. She takes a normal line. Evelyn tied in that corner. Very nicely done. Holds on to P2 still. But Estrella's challenging for the inside. Hits the wall. We got a change for P4. Max moves up past Candy. Not sure what happened to Candy. If she lost a little bit of pace. If she's having issues with the car. But she's falling behind. That allows Max to inherit P4. Behind her we got Sparta. We got JC honing in on Sparta. Every lap moving just a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. JC's got that top 3 in his sights. Coming back up to the front, we got Valky still with about a 1.2 second lead, followed by Evelyn now. As Drea's backed off a little bit, lost a little bit of pace. That gives Evelyn a bit of breathing room. Still 1.3 seconds back. Behind them, we got Max though fighting with Candy for that P4. We got Sparta waiting on their heels, and JC is right there now. JC, just a reminder, had to start from P7. Moves up, JC had to start from P15, and he moved up to P7 in just about 4 laps. He's held it there because he did fall back from the group. But he's slowly catching up, slowly inching closer to Sparta, and he's definitely much faster. However, Sparta's on mediums. JC is, or was on softs. I think he's also on mediums now, I'm not sure. Might have been a bug there, but he's doing good. He's going, he's catching. Let's see what they can do. Estrella seems to be honing in as well on Evelyn, catching her back up after a bit of a scrap that they had. This is going to be a good race. Valky running away with that lead though now, 2.1 seconds and growing. You don't want to let Valky run away because she will take the lead. Valky makes very few mistakes. Once she's up front, she can definitely win it. We know she's the 2024 A World Champion, so we know she's definitely capable. And if you let her win, if you leave her up front without a challenge, she's gone. Max still holding off Candy. Sparta now with company as JC moves right behind him. Got a car on the grass. Do we have a car abandoning the race? Not quite. Just a car that went off track, I believe. Oof. Sparta getting past lap traffic. That allows JC to move in just a little closer every lap. JC takes off a 10th here. Half a 10th there. He's got Sparta in his sights, and he is trying to move up. Problem is, the more the time goes, the more Valky gets away from that elusive win for JC. Evelyn holds on to P2. Astrea seems to settle down now. Max actually honing in a little bit on Astrea. If she doesn't get the move done, Max will get the move done on her. And then contend for that, well, definitely for the podium. Oh, looks like Candy hits the wall. That lets Sparta get a little closer. That lets JC get a little closer. I wonder what's going on with Candy, if she's having a little bit of steering issues, if she's having car issues, or maybe some hydraulics are not working too well. She's starting to fall behind. Her tires are definitely very worn at this point. That lets Sparta come in to close her, but they both got company with JC right behind them. Looks like Candy's letting her teammate by. He's going to try and hold up JC, but now the three. JC goes on the inside. They make contact, but JC gets right by. And JC's already challenging Sparta. He's on the inside. They smack. They hit the wall. Looks like Candy's... Oh! JC looking to be in a little Husaria sandwich here. Finally gets by Candy. He's not going to be happy about that. We do know Sparta's a little bit of a bumpy driver, let's say that. Whew, that was a little interesting. Let's see what JC can do. He's going to try and catch back up to Sparta. That loses all of them time. They'll unfortunately fall way behind our leaders. Valky with a ridiculously good lead now. She's got about 4 seconds. 3.2 seconds behind Evelyn, who's got company once more, as Astrea wants that P2. Astrea doesn't want that P2. Astrea wants to win. Astrea wants to catch Valky. Max watching this battle up front, knowing that any wrong move, any little mistake, and Max is right there to capitalize on that podium. Looking behind Max. They got Sparta now with JC almost side by side. Candy behind them. Checo behind this little group. What can JC do? Can JC moves on the inside? Wonderful side by side now. Can JC take the other inside? He tried last time, but Sparta closed the door and ended with both of them into the wall. JC not quite there. JC's all over Sparta. Moving left, moving right, finding a spot, finding a pass. Continuing to watch this fight within JC and Sparta, starting to get spicy. Going through this long straight. JC is right there. JC has been able to set up this last corner here. Let's see what he can do. Can he keep it tight? Can he get the pass done? Not quite there. Sparta closes the door. JC has been trying. We got drivers in the pits. Looks like Valky's in the pit. Looks like Evelyn's in the pits. Is that Valky in the pits? Or was that Shermu in the pits? It is. Sparta takes over the lead. Fat favorite P2. Checo moves up P3. Valky comes out of the pits in P4. Astrea right behind her now with a little bit of company. Where do we have Sparta? Sparta and JC coming up right now. It's a battle for current lead, but the I guess it's provisional lead. I don't know how you would call it. The net lead belongs to Valky still once pitting is done. But JC wants to get by Sparta, and he wants to get by him quick so he can start making the gap. Start trying to close the gap on the leaders ahead of him. JC is being held up by Pasta. He needs to get this move done. More drivers coming into the pits. More drivers during their sequence. Are we going to see JC and Sparta dip into the pits? Not quite yet. Still fighting for that P1 at the moment. Sparta holding it off nicely. JC is definitely there. JC's definitely faster. He's just trying to bide his time, see a good passing spot, but Sparta's definitely not making it easy on him, and that loses both of them time for the front leaders, or the net leaders, which is Valky, who's just 4 seconds behind them now, after having pit. This is not good. Not good for JC. He's looking to win this race. You can see Valky right here, right behind them, with a very fast pace now with those new tires. We're going to stay here. We're going to watch who else is coming through. JC Fat, Valky P4, Astrea P5, Evelyn's, Kelly, Umbreon, Candy, Jack, Monado, Taylor, Blackjack, and Marcus West. You have to see when Sparta and JC decide to pit, but they're losing a lot of time. JC on the inside! Can he get by Sparta? He does, because Sparta moves into the pits. JC now taking over the lead, but he's got Valky right on his heels, and he still needs to pit. This is not what JC wanted. Then again, JC came from the very, very, very back of the pack, and he's now into that lead, so he's definitely done a fantastic job. Let's see how he slots in, or where he slots in after the pit sequence. Jesus. He's got Valky on his heels. Valky's going to make quick work of him, but he should be dipping into the pits right now. He's got 5% tires. There goes JC into the pits now. Got Checo right behind him. Looks like it's going to be a double pit stop. That might lose time for Checo, but it's what they decided to do. Well, actually, never mind. Checo's in a different team. Never mind. We're good. So as it goes, Evelyn flies by. Valky inherits the lead. One was more. Estrella right behind her. P2, 4.4 seconds back. Evelyn moves up to P3, 7 seconds behind the leader. Kelly comes out P5. JC slots into P6 after that pit, which is a fantastic job considering he's coming from the way back in last place. We got the two Husaria cars. We got JC in front of them, I believe. That's Callie P5 Candy. JC right behind Candy, actually challenging her once more, slotted into that Husaria sandwich. But this time, he's got Sparta behind him, and he's going to keep him behind him. Just get by Candy. Now the problem is this little group here is 15 seconds behind the leader, which is not what JC wanted. But he's making the best of it, most definitely. Making up this lost time. He needs to get by Candy though and get moving. Once he passes Candy, he's got clear air, a clear track to try and catch back up to P4, which is gonna be certainly work. Where are our leaders? Here comes Valky. No, that's Shermu. Here is Valky with a fantastic lead over Estrella now with over 4.9 seconds. Evelyn coming in behind them. Max Verstappen right on Evelyn's heels, actually. This might be a good battle for P3. Max wants that podium. Max wants that win, but he can't quite get to it. But the podium, he would be very happy with that. Here he comes right on Evelyn's heels. Can Evelyn hold him back with about halfway through the race? We're not entirely sure yet. Lap 24.53, anything can happen. Any and everything. Max still challenging Evelyn, making sure she knows that he's there. And he's hungry for that pass. Max showing him a wheel on every corner. Max dipping into the inside. They make contact. They go off track. Max pushes Evelyn off track. They're side by side now. Can he get by? No, he can't. He lets her back by, I believe. Now side by side coming into the long straight. Max has got the inside. That means he's got a little bit of an advantage. These cars are very fast. Max still on the inside holding on to Evelyn. He gets the pass done. A little bit dirty. Evelyn back on the inside now. Side by side. Max is through. Max moves up to P3. Inherits a podium position in front of him. Now behind Max, we got Evelyn P4, JC catching up to Evelyn now, finally past the both Husaria cars. JC might still have a chance at a podium here if he manages to get by without any further complications. Evelyn looking at lap traffic, no problem. Oh, sorry, that's Callie, not Evelyn. Looks like JC, oof. Callie's having a little bit of a scrap herself with, who is that? It is Evelyn and JC. Sorry, that was Evelyn and JC fighting. Oof, I wonder what happened. Is that Lappers getting in the way of JC? Oof, that would not surprise me, of course. Another car gets smacked off the road. JC now catching up to Evelyn once more. JC is right there. JC wants that move. JC hits the wall, gives Evelyn a little bit of a breathing room. Oh no, hold on. I am so confused right now. Evelyn is fighting with Max. That's not Evelyn. That's Callie being lapped by JC. So JC's still a long ways back from fighting for this podium position that still belongs to Max. Up ahead, we got Valky way ahead in the lead. Actually, no. Disregard. Valky's only 1.8 seconds. Estrella seems to be catching up. Oh, we got a battle for the lead. Estrella's not going to let Valky win that easily. Go away. What the fuck? I was so confused for so long. I'm sorry for that, but yes. We got Valky still in the lead, 1.8 seconds ahead of Estrella. Behind them, we got Max Verstappen and Evelyn still fighting very, very close by for that lead. We're going to hold the camera here just so you have an idea what the lead Valky has on these people. There goes Max, there goes Evelyn. Here comes JC finally past Callie, who's a lap traffic. JC now looking ahead, trying to see if he can catch Evelyn. He's got 23 laps to do it. And if he catches Evelyn, he can definitely catch Max and fight for that podium. Win seems a bit out of reach now, but here comes Valky, and here comes Estrella getting past lap traffic. Estrella on the hunt, 2.3 seconds back now. It looks like it's fluctuating between 2.9, 1. There was a moment it was 1.2 seconds back. Looks like both of these drivers are going to have to pit right now. Valky 2% tires moving into the pits. Estrella also 6% tires moving into the pits. Valky pits. Estrella going all the long way around. Valky comes back out P2 right behind JC. Valky, of course, JC in a different pit sequence than Valky, but still making quick work. Very nice. Valky now. There goes JC. Here comes Valky. Behind Valky, Estrella. All out of sequence right now because of the pits, but that's gonna be that's gonna calm down in a moment. JC now with a provisional lead, but that's not gonna last long once he has to pit. He's still got a few percentage of tires remaining, so he's definitely got a nice chance. Evelyn into the pits right now, getting passed by all sorts of cars. Estrella P4, Valky P3, Sparta P5. Here we got Candy behind as well, moves up to P6. Behind her, a whole assortment of cars. JC, Evelyn, Callie now coming out of the pits. And here comes our leader. No, that's not our leader, that's Sherman. Our leader should be coming around soon. Gonna leave the camera here until we find JC. Here we go. That's JC, still with 20% tires. Behind him, we got Checo in P2, Valky P3. Checo's doing a really good race as well, recovering from a pretty bad start. I'm not sure what happened to him. He was pretty far back in the field. Of course, he still has to pit. Valky just recently pit. Valky with a lot more tires. JC as well, still got a couple laps in his tires, about 17%. He's going to go long, he's going to go for the very end. I believe he's got one more pit stop on hards, unless he can change a different compound and squeeze something out of those mediums. JC, followed by Checo Valky. Estrella way behind the P4, not that far behind. Here comes Sparta P5. Max moves up to P6 in front of Evelyn. Once more. Very nice. Evelyn right behind Max. P7 behind them. Candy. And Kelly's in lap traffic. Kelly's all the way back in P12, unfortunately. Then we got Shermu. Looking at a nice P. Oh, Shermu's actually in P8. He's doing a very good job. Looks like Candy had... Oh, Candy went into the pits as well. Here comes JC. Here comes Valky and Estrella. Valky with Estrella right on her heels, and once more, this is for the net lead because JC still has to pit. He's got about 7% tires, and right behind them we got P1 and P2. JC finds himself with another Husaria car. They've kind of been together the whole race. Is JC going to dip into the pits? Yes, he is. In he goes. Valky takes over the lead. Checo right behind JC as well, doing a very nice strategy following him. So that means once more we got Valky into the lead. Estrella P2. Sparta now moving up to P3, but I believe Sparta still has to pit. JC is going to slot in right beside behind Evelyn. Drive through for Jack Taylor for crossing the yellow line on pit exit. Unfortunate for Jack, he's already in P14, but he's going to follow way back after that drive through. JC slots in behind Evelyn. It's not what he wanted. He wanted to be ahead of this group, but JC is now right there with Evelyn and Max. You know what that means? JC is in contention for this podium here. JC trying to get past Evelyn on the inside, get past Max on the inside. They make contact. They come together, hit the wall again. Does that let Evelyn back through? No, it does not. They come into contact again, going off track. Max defending as if it was the pole or the win. Oh, JC's not going to be happy, just backing them off again. Evelyn gets right back through. Back off track. Oh my God. This is not good. JC finally passed these two. JC losing so much time to Max ahead because of these off tracks, but he's got it. He's composed again, and he's going to move back up to try and get that podium. Sparta into the pits now, falls way back. We got Valky holding on P1, Estrella P2. Max takes back over to P3, but he's got JC on his heels, and JC is hungry for that podium. Behind JC, we got Evelyn. We got Checo right behind Evelyn, too. A little further back. There he goes. Still some lap traffic in between there. Sparta P7, Canopy P8. Sherbu looking at P9 with first debut and points. Absolutely good job. Cali, P10 now. Monado, Taylor, Jack, other Jack, and Marcus. Going back to see this lead for the podium here. Max holding on to JC. Max defending. Max is known to be a little bit of an aggressive defender, as you saw. Push both of them off track. It's not easy to get by him. Let's see if JC can do it without losing too much time. Looks like Evelyn has backed off a little bit now. JC can take a moment to breathe. He's not under attack. All he can do is focus on getting past Max. JC lining up this inside. He's been great through it the whole race. Oh, make contact. Not quite there. He can dive into the inside here. He decides not to. Just follow Max through. JC on the inside again. Can he get it done? No, he cannot. He's right there on his heels, though. This is a good scrap for the lead, but guess what? For P3, but guess what? Looks like Estrella caught up to Valky. Where are we? Here are our leaders. We got Valky with Estrella right on her heels, 0.7 seconds back, and Estrella is hungry for this win. I'm not sure if Estrella has a GP1 win. I'd have to confirm with the FVA, but this is looking amazing for her. This is her chance to get that win. Valky's right there defending for that P1. He's going to have Estrella on her mirrors for the last remaining 11 laps. Let's watch this battle. Seems to have calmed down just a little bit. Estrella's right there. Estrella's just biding her time. And these guys are way, way ahead of the podium. P3 is 14 seconds back. Let's stick with them for a moment, see how Max and JC are doing. Looks like JC has backed off just a little bit from Max. Max has a little bit of breathing room now. But here comes Valky, here comes Estrella. Estrella's hungry for that win. Valky is hungry to defend. Oh, Estrella seems to hit the off track. That's not good for her. That loses her time. We got a lapper in between the two of them. Hopefully that lapper realizes that he's in between the fight for the lead and he can get the hell out of the way. It's Jack Taylor. There we go. He moves out of the way. Here comes Estrella now. Back to Valky in her sights. Valky with her mirror full of red. Oh, looks like Valky's car is overheating. That is not good for her. Astrea is very happy to see that blinking red light behind her. This is Astrea's chance to catch up. Valky coming into lap traffic. She hits Callie. Callie in the way of the leaders now. Callie must move out of the way, please. And she does. She lets the leader by. Everybody seems to be overheating their engines today. Astrea on the hunt. Astrea right there behind Valky. She still sees that blinking red light. That can't be good for Valky. Astrea with a bit of push. Astrea getting close to Valky. Astrea the closer she's been the whole night. Can Astrea take this win? Can Astrea get it done with 8 laps to go? Callie now with a front row seat to this fight for the lead as it continues. Valky's engine still hasn't cooled down. Valky running a risk of overheating her engine and blowing it up. You don't want that. You'd rather finish second than to blow up your engine. With so many laps to go, it's way too dangerous. Sorry. Astrea seems to have gone off track. That lets Callie move on to side by side. She's not going to fight her, but that gives Valky a little bit of breathing room, lets Valky cool down her engine. This is going to be a good fight for the lead. It's going to be a good fight for the win. Astrea's not going to let Valky run away with it. She has to take advantage that her engine is overheated. Let's go, Astrea. Let's go. Now it's as good a chance as any as you're going to get past Valky. JC moves past Max for P3. JC for starting from dead last, moving into a podium position. Most definitely a good job. Checo moves past Max as well. Did Max pit? Oh! Never mind. Astrea and Valky still as close to each other as they have been all race. Valky with that engine that just refuses to cool down. Running on the edge of danger. Astrea has to see that blinking red light. Astrea has to know that she's got a chance right now to get past Valky. Let's watch behind them real quick. I want to see how far back JC is. He's way back in P3. Checo moves past Max as well to P4. Here comes JC smashing on to Checo. JC and Checo seem to be a nice fight for the podium here. Oof. This podium fight is going to be good. The lead fight is going to be good. I don't know who to watch. I wish we could split our screen in two and watch these two battles. JC holding off Checo for the moment, but Checo is right there. Checo's known to be fast. Checo's known to get by you quick. 4 laps to go. Let's go back to our leaders. Valky and Astrea still separated by about 7/10. Valky doing a good job to hold her off. Astrea needs to get the move done quick, or she's going to run out of time. 0.5 seconds back. Here comes JC and Checo still fighting for that P3 position. This is for all the marbles for the podium, so definitely something worth defending. JC knows he's right behind him. JC is very good at defending, but JC is also a clean racer. So it's going to be hard to get by him, but he's going to race you hard and fair. Checo, not quite there. Sneaking a little bit of a bumper in on the inside. JC overheating his engine. JC goes off track. That lets Checo go side by side. Is Checo going to get the move done? No, he's on the outside. But JC's engine is overheated. Checo knows this. Checo can see that blinking red light. Checo's going to try to make a move now on the long straight. It's his chance. Astrea falling a little back, 0.9 seconds behind. We're going to stay on this fight because this is a very good fight for the lead. 51 laps. 51 out of 53. Checo using his advantage, using his engine power advantage to try and get side by side with JC. JC defends that inside. JC fighting for his life out here for that podium. Whew. JC now going to the final lap. Let's watch Valky. Can Valky hold off Astrea for that win? Yes, she can. She seems to be doing it. Valky just edging Astrea for the win. Looks like Valky's coming around the final corner now, or the final set of corners. Valky's got a little 2 lappers in front, but it doesn't matter. She manages to hold off Astrea, and congratulations to Valky. We're taking another win, 2024 B French Grand Prix. We got a winner. Coming in behind her, we got Checo and JC. They come together. They're side by side. Checo manages to get by JC on that long straight. JC losing the podium position. JC trying his best, but not quite there. Checo manages to sneak by and get that P3. JC P4. What a finish. Max, unfortunate, falls way back to P6. Evelyn P5. Sparta P6. What happened to Max? Did Max give up? Did Max blow his tires? Looks like Max is coming in through the pits. Tire is blown. He should have just kept it on the track too. What's he doing? We got a blown engine behind as well. Candy finishes P7. Max should have just driven with blown tires through the end, but that's alright. Finishes P8. Whew, what a finish. What a finish. That's so unfortunate for JC. Edu got right by him at the very, very, very end. Ah, man. But what a great finish. What a great race. 2024 B Grand Prix de France. Let's head on over to the podium and see. Congratulations once more to Valky Skylaker for winning the 2024 B Round 3 Grand Prix de France at Circuit de Calamar. Let's save our podium position and let's get ourselves over there. Whoa. Alright, now I can add all my shit. Well, my AO at least. Sorry about that. So, unofficial results. As they lie, before Luke announces them officially, we got Valky P1, Astrea, Checo, JC just edged out by Checo P4, Evelyn P5, Sparta P6, Candy P7, Max P8, Shermu on his debut with points in P9. Monado P10, Taylor P11, Callie just out of the points P12, Jack P13, other Jack 14, and Marcus P15. Once more, congratulations to Valky on another wonderful, wonderful win. While we wait for the podium to get started. Curva! I want that curva. Congratulations to Valky for another win. What a race. That was very good. That was very intense. That was very tight near the end. Checo just managed to edge out JC for that win. We saw that last corner collision. Ah, that was good. It was good racing. Callie, unfortunately, not the best performance today. Finished P12. Last year she was fighting for that win, but it's all right. The cars are very different than last year. It's a whole different world, honestly. We have bad races, I know for a fact. I've had bad races all my life, pretty much. The tough one here was Valky holding on to P1, Astrea on her heels, and JC just missing out on the podium. Checo managed to get by him on that last corner. I think he got him on the straight, but he managed to defend that last quarter well, and Checo comes out with the podium. Wonderful race. Callie sandbagging again. Here at Circuit de Calamar. Textures have been very shitty today, thank you SL. I don't know why it does that, but SL being SL, you know how it is.
Valky!
Valky! Oh man, that was a very, very, very fun ending. Got Luke relogging as he does that. Gonna give you a little bit of an ambience music while we wait. Curva! Curva! Ah. Bruh. That's right, Luke. Mute that for now. Luke is ready, says his hope is already hold so he can do the podium music properly. Got a little nice little podium music. Got the national anthem for Balki. Let's go. Alright, let's begin. Curva!
Sometimes my sister, she show her vagina to my brother Bill and say, you will never get this, you will never get this, la 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 la.
But one day, Bilo break his cage and he get this. Finishing third position, driving for the French, Alfred Rednaum Sal of Markov with a fantastic last lap pass on JC. Congratulations, Edu, for that wonderful, wonderful P3. JC. Standing on the second step of the podium. Her first since season 2. Please put your hands together for Crude Samaritans as Soraya Evergarden. So close to that win as well. Congratulations, a wonderful, wonderful P2. And your winner of the 2024 B Grand Prix de France, her first of the season. Come on, GP1 teams, Valky Skylaker. Go Valky! Let's stay silent for her anthem.
Valky me dijo que mata al hijo de puta que me está viendo.
Shut the fuck up!
once more, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, our podium for the Circuit de Calamar 2024B Round 3. Congratulations to our top 3 placers. And I must say once more, thanks again for tuning into the wonderful stream. Round 3 of the 2024B GP1 World Championship. We're here at Circuit de Calamar. It's been a pleasure. This was Kira Restrepo. Doing some alone streaming today, but that's quite alright. It's not a problem with me. Once more, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And catch you next time.